So, to review, in America, there are three branches of government: the president, he is the executive branch; the Congress, they are the legislative branch, they make the laws. And then we have the Supreme Court, and it is up to the Supreme Court to interpret the laws. They're the judicial branch. Now, during the end of the 20th century and the early 21st century, the Supreme Court is going to become more diverse and to reflect the changing population of America. Sandra Day O'Connor is the first woman on the Supreme Court, and this is in the 1980s, over 200 years after the Supreme Court was established as a branch of government. And she kind of led the door open for other diverse members. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Clarence Thomas, not the first black man on the Supreme Court, that was Thurgood Marshall, but at one point he was the most senior member on the Supreme Court. Sonia Sotomayor and Elena Kagan. Now, the Supreme Court justices are supposed to be free of political influence. Once they get their positions, they're in those positions for life. So in theory, they should not have to deal with politics of being a Democrat, Republican, et cetera, et cetera. Remember, they're supposed to be an unbiased, equal branch of government. However, kind of the flaw in the system, or the chink in the armor, if you will, is that the president of the United States gets to nominate people for the Supreme Court, and then the Congress has to approve those people to join the Supreme Court. So let's say, for instance, the president is really, really conservative leaning, and it just so happens that the Congress, in its many, many members, is tilting towards being conservative as well. That could lead to a more conservative view on the Supreme Court, because the politicians, no matter what, they're going to try to get people on the Supreme Court that agree with their points of view and their interpretation of law. Now, why does this matter? Since these folks are here for life, a president could elect somebody and then years after still have an impact on the law because of the way that their justices they chose conduct themselves on the Supreme Court. All right.